Breezers. Okay, we're doing something a little different right now. We're going to go ahead and read this Bam Margera TMZ article. Do you guys follow BJ Investigates? Because I do, and she's been covering the Bam situation for a long time with his conservatorship, how he said he was placed in like the Florida Shuffle where he was just in and out of different rehabs. I remember watching the video on BJ's channel of how his family like lied to the police, and they're like, he's acting out of control, he's doing this, he's doing that, he needs to be in a conservatorship, and they had like an interventionist there, and then the police go to the room and he's like not even acting out of control. He thought he was going to take his kid to Disneyland, I believe, and he was like, what's going on? And so the whole thing is a wild and crazy rabbit hole if you choose to go down it, but I thought we could read some of the comments, and then we're going to read the article. So TMZ posted this: Bam Margera has been hospitalized and placed on a ventilator. And I just want to say, like, I'm going to be praying for you, Bam. I know addiction is so hard. It's so hard. And it's so hard when you already have people working against you, from what it seems, and you're trying to probably juggle so many things. But I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your health and for your safety, and that the bonds of addiction will be broken. So Sherry LaRue said, TMZ is lying. It's all part of a plan to steal millions from Bam. He was just fine. His own family is involved. This man literally has no one. They put him in a conservatorship to control his money. Now they're trying to him off. Pay attention. Let's see. Someone asked, who is that? Dion responded, Bam is a pro skateboarder who was really close to his parents and always doing pranks on them. He was on Jackass. He's a really sweet, great person, but with all the losses, he's been having a hard time coping with his loss and fighting addiction. Pray for him. I remember when his best friend died, it seems like it was just, he went so far downhill. I don't think he coped with that very well. John said, come on, man. I know he's had his struggles just like any one of us, but not Bam. Pull through and keep trucking on, brother. Sabina said, that's sad. I hope he pulls through. Let's see. I'm going to scroll up and see if anybody else is commenting on the whole conservatorship issue. Sorry, you guys can pause and read these at your own convenience if you want to. I know not everybody has Twitter. Someone said, hate this. Me too. Me too. Derek said, I think we all know how his story inevitably ends. He hasn't been the same since Ryan passed. Sad, sad ordeal. He hasn't been the same. Joan said, pneumonia, getting everybody. And Beth said, no, hope you get well soon. Barbara asked, why is he being placed on a ventilator when not given the drugs to fight the virus? I don't know. I guess it's the doctor's call, you know? It's the doctor's call. Look at Lisa Lane's comment. Oh, man, I hope not. All right, let's scroll up, you guys. David said he literally has COVID, which any respiratory virus can cause pneumonia as a secondary illness. It's been a problem this whole time, mostly in the unvaxxed elderly and very unhealthy people. Pretty basic stuff. What does your emoji even mean? Dion also said, hang in there, Bam. We are praying for you, definitely. David said, they're calling it COVID, bud. Pneumonia often goes with respiratory illnesses, which makes it more dangerous. I know it's how a lot of the people die from those viruses. Always has been. Pretty basic. Matt said, because y'all wouldn't leave him alone. How sad. I hope that he can pull through this, and I hope that, you know, I really just wish a life of happiness, health, and sobriety for Bam. I know he's had such a hard time. Okay, let's read this article. Okay, so it says, Bam Margera hospitalized with pneumonia, put on ventilator. Bam Margera is in a hospital battling a very serious case of pneumonia complicated by COVID-19, TMZ has learned. Sources close to the situation tell us Bam was hospitalized in San Diego earlier this week. He then tested positive for COVID while in the hospital, and since then we're told doctors decided to put him on a ventilator. He's being treated in ICU, but his condition is stable. As we reported, Bam's been in and out of rehab this year after he had completed a 1-year treatment program for drug and alcohol abuse. Our sources say during one of his stints in rehab, he befriended an attorney who convinced him he could get out of the court-ordered treatment and free Bam. Since then, we've seen him partying it up in Atlanta in September and hitting Las Vegas the following month. We're told Bam never completed his court order, and many people close to him were concerned for the former Jackass star. Scrolling up, our sources say the so-called Free Bam movement, which was fueled by online speculation, his family put him in a conservatorship similar to Britney Spears. It really confused Bam and hurt his recovery process. You can learn more about on BJ Investigates channel. She talks about freeing Bam and what his family is doing to him. We're told it got so bad his family and temporary health care guardian, who's a longtime family friend, starting receiving threats over the summer and had to address it publicly. Get well soon, Bam. All right, you guys, the next clip, we're going to be reading some comments on the BJ Investigates video because she just did a video on this. So I will link their channel in the description, and let's go check out some of the comments, okay? See you there. Hey, you guys, so this is BJ Investigates' other channel, Not Another Surprise Witness. And she does so many videos. I highly recommend this channel. Okay, we are going to, oh, here we go. All right, here are the comments. Let's go to newest first and just hear people's opinion on this. Shy Voto said, I still want to know, where are Lima's sisters and what happened to them? So Lima is a regular on this channel I used to watch called Soft White Underbelly. And she helps people get into conservatorships. Like, she helps people's families. And sometimes these people are forced into them, have to do whatever treatment that they're told to do. And a patient actually passed away. They were a patient of Lima's. Like I said, it's a wild rabbit hole. It's interesting. It's scary. It's wild. So Mermaid said, this seems like the industry trying to blank him. Chrissy said, seems like Liam runs all of Bam's, I think she means Lima, but seems like Lima runs all of Bam's family and friends too. They really don't jump unless she says so. Lulu Bug asked, have you checked to see if yet another guardianship is active? And BJ replied, not recently. Okay, Lindsay said, it's really bizarre they'd whine about free Bam in an article where he's supposedly fighting for his life. How would concern about his human rights confuse him about whether he wants to be sober or not? Listen, I used to do opiates and have gone through treatment. You can't blame other people for an addict's behavior. They're not stupid, and if they want to go use, it's their choice. That's true. Let's see what, and BJ replied, I believe everyone has the right and obligation to make their own choices. That's true. Okay, Ona Rose said, thank you for covering this, BJ. Of course I knew you would. People need to wake up and see that they are targeting Bam. I worry for his safety. Okay, Alova said, oh no, here we go. TMZ has its Bam Margera Memorial Tribute article on standby, and so begins the propaganda and scapegoating of the Free Bam movement. Tony asked, is Bam still under conservatorship? Are there any other celebrities under some sort of protective order, like a conservatorship, that you haven't talked about yet? BJ replied, to my knowledge, he is no longer under the guardianship slash conservatorship. I still can't talk. Let's see, scrolling up. I changed my name for YouTube said, TMZ said Bam was confused about the Free Bam movement. It sounds to me like they've been trying to convince him that you've been lying and they're all on his side. Perhaps he's been upset with them for the betrayal, not trusting them as he should, and they're gaslighting him. As you said, TMZ is a paid tabloid. The family probably paid them today what they wanted. They're trying to get the public to be on their side and convince Bam they're only there to help him, and they haven't been lying. I just hope it wasn't an attempt to hurt themselves, basically, or self-inflicted in some way. Poor Bam, I hope he gets well and is free when he does. Dark Angel said, it smells fishy. I hope Bam gets better soon. I also fear for Britney, too. BJ covers everything Britney, too. definitely, like I said, check out their channel. Ruby said, LOL, he has you blocked from seeing his stories. And BJ replied, I mean, it seems that way. Okay, scrolling up. Wendy Pigeon asked, what you would think that after they, okay, didn't ask. Wendy said, you would think that after what they did to Britney Spears and many other celebrities that the people would understand the validity, I can't talk today, you guys, I'm sorry, of truth in this. Scrolling up. Joseph said, this does seem like a manipulative hit job. They want the association in people's minds that Free Bam has confused him into somehow getting the coof, and really goes out of the way to make it seem like the movement put him on the ventilator. If the news were acting the way it did just weeks ago, it would play up the COVID fears and say that is why he's on a vent. This is a tabloid weaving a tale that wouldn't even be touched with a 20-foot pole just a year ago. Tammy said, seen this coming, sadly. Silence is golden, and I saw the vested interest in silencing him. I hope he recovers. He can turn so many secrets out and expose many more from what he lived through in the last few years alone. Second person to be severely harmed connected to these money-hungry fools. Yeah, Amanda was the first one. Amanda did pass away from the treatment. It's like some weird virtual reality treatment that Lima created. And it's meant to trigger people. And I also don't think they properly detox anybody. I think you're just forced to do this virtual reality treatment, though I'm not sure. Blue Indigo Queen said, this is absolutely horrible. He's in the ER fighting for his health, and all these vultures care about is how they look. Makes me sick to my stomach. I feel so bad for him. I hope he has someone good in his corner to help him. Thank you, Miss BJ, for keeping us posted. Joseph Cooper said, Steve-O and TMZ go way back. He has repeatedly said many times that TMZ is the only news he looks at, and always gave a spontaneous smiling interview to whoever was on the other side of the TMZ paparazzi cam. They have almost certainly done informal transactional deals to cover things a certain way in exchange for info. Let's see. Okay, scrolling up. Cassie said, the truth will come out eventually. It always does. True. Courtney said, Pam's mom should fight Lima. And BJ replied, they're besties, which is so weird to me. All right, you guys, I just wanted to read some of this with you and talk about this. Let's talk about this down in the comment section. I hope you guys are having a great day, great evening, wherever you are. And if you, whatever you believe in, prayer, sending positive vibes of healing, whatever you believe in, can you send it to Bam right now, please? I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.